Hello, everybody. Everything good comes to an end, even the virtual ISKI 2021. And I'm the program chair, and my task was to prepare a program. That's it, basically. So everything else was done by somebody else, which I'm very grateful for. And when Peter McFarlane, who was the president of ISKI at that time, approached me 3 years ago asking to be co-chair with moving up to chair position for the meeting last year, I didn't know what I was signing up to, honestly, because this is what we planned to be 2020. It was planned to be Indian Wells, California, a very nice place and very pleasant atmosphere as we used to in ISKI community. And you all know what happened. So in the last minute, we were not ready to go digital, and we just hoped that we would be able to get together the year after, this spring. And the program that you had observed or followed during this meeting was prepared together with Peter McFarlane, which I'm very grateful for. And thank you, Peter, for supporting me and being a discussing partner in all these technical issues when we made together this program that we could not present in California last year. And the meeting was handed over to Jean-Philippe Couderc, who became a president of ISKI. And then we continued working together, hoping that we would meet in Tucson, Arizona. And that didn't happen either. So at some point last fall, we decided that there is no other option than to go digital, and we started to work on making this happen. We had a few challenges. One of them was time zone challenge. When you combine people from different parts of the world, it's not so easy to find a window of that would be available for everybody. That's what was challenge number one. Challenge number two was that we had a meeting to be split in smaller pieces and still preserving its integrity with following the same structure, following the same parts that everybody are used to at ISKI meetings. We had a challenge that in Europe, evenings, Friday and Saturday is a family dinner time. And that's sort of, we are intervening in people's homes by taking them away from their families and putting them in front of screens, asking to follow the presentations. And they did. Interactivity and verbal communication is limited in the online format. And that's the limitations that we will have to live with. Finally, choosing the meeting platform was a big thing because there are many. And Morgan and Hawk and company, they were very helpful in finding the way to navigate through these jungles of availability of different electronic platforms. Finally, we knew that something's going to happen. We knew that things would not work perfectly. That was something that we had to be prepared for. So that's what had to be different this year. So at the end of the day, we ended up looking at each other through screen, and this is what it looks like from backstage. Many of you who are speakers or chair know what it looks like, but you who were seeing things from the main stage saw different pictures. So this is what it looks like when we share the sessions from the inside. Just a short recap of what we were through these 4 days. We started with traditional ISKI tutorial that Raymond Bond has arranged, followed by big data research. The whole Wednesday was devoted to machine learning, artificial intelligence, and big data, followed by the next day symposium on atrial substrate and sinus rhythm and atrial fibrillation with a few fantastic oral abstracts presented. On Friday, we listened to mHealth and wearables discussion chaired by David Albert and from Stanford. and followed by traditional plenary address made by David, and then Young Investigator Award, which results we will hear shortly. And finally, today we work through cardiogenetic issues, very complex issues, and ECG imaging. But poster area was probably the one when we could actually talk to each other and see each other and discuss a lot of things around posters, and then moving on to the bar, because quite a few people were hanging out there after the poster sessions were completed. So I would like to thank very much all speakers who agreed twice to participate. First for last year and then this year. We had 20 invited talks. That was fantastic. I'd like to thank all abstract presenters. We had 9 oral abstracts and 23 posters on display. All attendees. We had 125 attendees registered, and attendance at our sessions was at average 86 people connected per session. So this is great, really. So people not just registered for the meeting, they actually followed what's going on. And thank you all. You made the meeting happen. I would like to thank Jean-Philippe, Claire, and Bob, who spent countless hours on Zoom meetings during the months and weeks before this meeting by discussing preparations, fine-tuning the details, answering questions, and guiding us in how to make things happen, how to make them as simple as possible, as clear as possible for a meeting participant. Finally, I'd like to thank Morgan. Morgan, you were fantastic. You helped us all. You were available when it's needed. You were always in the backstage before a meeting before a session would start or talk would start. Thanks a lot. And with this, I leave the floor to the next part of the closing ceremony. And that would be Kees Svenne, who would go on with announcing results of the poster competition, right, Sven? Right, Kees?
Correct. I'm trying to share my screen. I hope that I'm able to find the correct window. Yes, here it is. So the poster competition, the poster awards, it is it was a challenge for us as well, because we have a completely different situation from previous years. But let me not take too much time from you if I, for instance, by showing you the view from my Corona office in Noordwijk, which is my home. Here you see the North Sea, because I don't want to keep the poster presenters in terrible tension all these minutes that we need for the results of the poster competition. So what did we have as posters? It was quite a lot. We had in session 1 we had 9 posters. In session 2 we had 10 posters, but a few are not taking part in the competition. So we have 6 eligible posters, and then in session 3 we had also 6 eligible posters. So altogether we had 21 posters, or we have, I could better say, 21 posters that take part in the competition. We formed a team of judges, and the judges were the 3 poster session chairs and 3 additional judges. And now I have to reveal all the names, because everything should be open nowadays. There's no privacy anymore. And you see that...
Kees, I believe your presentation is not showing in full screen. Can you check that?
I'm showing in full screen. I have full screen. Is it? Can nobody read the screen at all? Is it small? Is it very small? I'm sharing
We can
full
see
screen.
it, but maybe if you could put it in presentation mode.
Sorry.
Maybe you
Um,
didn't share the right screen.
Oh,
Case you may
yeah,
have
this
shared
is
not the
possible.
right screen.
So what should I do?
hit,
Switch. Morgan, you take over.
yes, why
Yeah.
don't you just click from beginning when it says start slideshow?
Okay.
And then at the top, it says from beginning to the left.
From beginning to the, yeah,
Right.
where?
Right there.
Okay.
And click that. Did you click that button?
I have now only hide and stop sharing.
You have multiple screen, Case.
How can I switch that off?
Which one has your PowerPoint on it?
Possibly I can do this. No, this is a disaster.
Okay. Go back to, let's see, you're in the PowerPoint, correct? And then all you need to do is home.
Yeah.
Or I'm sorry, slideshow. Correct, slideshow. And then from beginning, all the way over to the left. Mm-hmm.
But that is exactly the same what we had. So this is my
Case,
full screen.
Case, one other, do you see if you go over to the right? You see how it says automatic under monitor? Can you change that? So right above ISKI 2021.
I see nothing here. That's my problem. Possibly I can change it on another screen. I know, yeah, this is. No. I would say I can manage. What I'm doing is you simply continue the closing ceremony, and I come back and I resolve it here.
How
Because
about, Kate, one more try. How about you go over to view?
Yeah.
And then presentation mode.
Yeah. Oh, that's possibly correct what you're saying. So where is?
We want to click. Okay, normal is selected. How about down at the bottom next to the zoom in and out, that icon right next to the minus sign?
Next to the minus sign over here?
One over to the right.
Hmm?
Nope. Right, one over, right there.
Here?
Yep.
Slideshow? Would that do it?
Mhm.
Is now full screen? No.
I think you have multiple screen. Maybe you should continue like this, Case. So it's okay.
Can you read? Can you see my slides?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, sorry then. Let's continue in this way. So the team of judges were finally Thomas Hilbel, Daniel Guldering, Jürgen Kanters, Klaus Graaf, Kees Sven, and Johan de Bie. And you will see that we have all chosen a compatriot. Now, Thomas, a German compatriot, Jürgen, a Danish compatriot, and me also a Dutch compatriot. I don't know why, but this happened. What was the judging procedure?
Sorry to interrupt again. Click on the slide that you are describing, please, in your main windows, because we are still on the first slide.
Yeah. So you see nothing?
No, we see your first slide. Yeah, that's it. Perfect. Go ahead, please.
Okay, then I'm working this way. So now I go very quickly because otherwise we have. So these were the posters. These were the judges. Then the judging procedure, but now it's not animated, of course. So the first year of iPosters on an ISKI meeting. Yeah, this was an extra problem, but we had permanent access day and night to all posters. That was very good. And all judges have evaluated all posters. That's important. Every judge has seen every poster, and we have selected and graded our own top 5 posters. So that gave some overlap, but it gave also some spreading around of the results. Finally, the grading was on a 5-point scale. You see here that we have actually 3 aspects. It was clarity. Poster should be clear, understandable. Contribution to the field. So a poster should have impact, should be important. And then visuals. A poster should be attractive. And the maximum number of points per poster was 15. 555. Then the results, we selected one poster was selected by 5 graders. So that was quite a successful poster possibly. 1 by 4, 3 by 3 graders, and 16 posters were selected by less than 3 graders. And this is the shortlist that we got. So now these people may, let's say, possibly the heart rate is increasing. Yeah? No. But what do the awardees receive? Yeah, bitcoins? No, absolutely not. That's too volatile. So they receive an ISKI certificate by email. They will be invited to submit a manuscript for the Journal of to the Journal of Cardiology. If they have not yet published their work, they receive a 1-year ISKI membership free, and something that is really cannot be expressed in money, fame. Yeah. So now you see, because I have no animation at my disposal, you see what the results were. So the highest scoring poster is by Said Babaizadeh, if I pronounce correct, and the second best by Peter, not Peter, but Peter. We have Peter McFarlane, Peter van Dam, and Piotr. Yeah, so these are the 3 different Piotr Platonov. The 3 different Peters we have, but this is Peter van Dam. And you see that the difference is actually caused by the fact that Said's poster was selected by 5 judges and Peter van Dam's poster was selected by 4 judges. And the average of this score is almost the same, because this is just 11.2 if I compute correctly by head. And even Peter has, the average score of Peter is even higher, but he was selected by 4 judges and Said by 5 judges. So I hope that we have done a good job, and I would like to congratulate the poster winners, and actually I would like to congratulate all poster presenters, because I found the quality, and that was also obvious when we were looking at the scores, the quality of the posters was very high. The only thing that was, let's say, different from previous years when you have paper posters is that we had sometimes to scroll to see a complete poster. Some people find it annoying, I have heard, but this is the iPoster. And possibly it is a good thing. I don't know. We have not discussed this in our team of judges. Everybody has accepted the iPoster as, let's say, the standard. So this was my presentation. I'm sorry for the inconvenience of the PowerPoint display problem. But anyway, I hope that you have been able to follow it. And I think that we can next year hopefully go on with a similar process and have again a lot of inspiring and important posters. Thank you.
Thanks, Kees. If you could stop sharing your screen.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Here we go. Trying to share there. Hi, everybody. I'm Michelle Pelter, and I, along with my co-chair, Mary Carey, appreciated everybody attending yesterday's invigorating Joost Willems Early Career Investigator Competition. I want to thank my co-chair, Mary, and most especially our 9 judges for the work that they did to judge the competition. Next slide, Morgan. So we heard from 4 early career investigators, Dr. Zeynep Bouzid, who presented on novel approaches to ECG feature selection for dimensionality reduction to optimize culprit lesion detection using only the pre-hospital 10-second 12-lead ECG. Our second presentation was by Dr. Brian Zanger, whose project was entitled Electrocardiographic Differences in Acute Ischemic Responses to Exercise and Pharmacological Stress. Our third presenter was Dr. Wilson Good, whose project was entitled Combining Endocardial and Epicardial Activation to Improve PVC Localization, a Feasibility Study. The fourth finalist was Dr. Ziad Faramand from the University of Pittsburgh, whose project was entitled The Odyssey of Acute Myocardial Infarction Detection in Automated ECG Interpretation Algorithms, the Denominator Challenge. So I'm going to warn everybody, especially after Dr. Zerebra's talk this morning, that I'm going to have an audio here, so get ready. I think that's one of the things we miss about the in-person is the interaction and feedback from people in the audience. So that was my attempt at doing that. So Morgan, I'll have you go to the next slide to announce the winner. So this year's winner is Dr. Brian Zanger, whose project was entitled Electrocardiographic Differences in Acute Ischemic Responses to Exercise and Physiological Stress. Congratulations, Dr. Zanger. Like Kees mentioned in his presentation, each of the finalists will be getting a certificate from ISKI, and Dr. Zanger will, my understanding, get a plaque. So be watching for those in the mail, and congratulations on your great work and excellent presentations.
Thank you, everyone. And I would like to congratulate all the winners, Brian Zanger, Said, and Peter. I know it was a very different type of ISKI this year. And I would like to thank you all for participating, being here, being patient, and really being part of this new adventure for ISKI this year. So we call really the ISKI, the remote ISKI, the RISKI conference. And obviously the RISKI conference, because as Piotr already explained very clearly, we had to bend the rule, we have to change the framework of the ISKI to make things work it has been quite a ride, I would say. And I really, truly would like to thank Piotr Platonov, the chair, and Raymond Bond for really working hard during almost 2 years, when you think about it, for really putting this conference together, to be flexible, to be able to adapt to the fact that we couldn't have an ISKI. That's really what happened. And it was canceled, unfortunately, last year. And we had to find a solution. We obviously didn't want not to have an ISKI this year. We had no possibility of doing a hybrid version of ISKI because obviously we didn't know if anybody could travel, and I think it was, ultimately a very good decision to go for a fully virtual conference. So I hope you have enjoyed this presentation and this event. And what I want to do, I want to also echo what Piotr Platonov said. I want to thank Hauck and Associates. So you may not have understood already, but this is the new company that is helping us to organize all the events from the ISKI. There are many things happening, not only the conference. We have a FDA Board of Trustees meeting every year. We have obviously all the publication and many things happening in the background of the ISKI. And I really want to thank, and I'm sure that all the members of the board directors are joining me to thank Morgan and Graham for their work and for their support that has been very instrumental and very crucial to the development of this event. Specifically, Morgan, as Piotr said, Morgan, you rock. Frankly, you were on top of things during the 4 days. We started even before. But I think that every speaker has spoken to you before. You were always in time, and you were fantastic to many of the speakers. So again, I'm sure that not only the organizers, but all the attendees here at ISKI are thankful for your effort and for being with us. You are already, both of you, part of the ISKI family now. So I want to speak about presidents also, because the ISKI last year was actually canceled, so we didn't really have any transition from presidents, and everything went into the background. So I think I need to clarify a little bit what happened, and really for me, all the story about ISKI and being involved in the organization of ISKI started with Robert Lax, who was actually president when I started being the liaison for the trustees. And in a sense, I want today thanks Bob, for being with us and stay with us. He's today the treasurer, and if I put him in this picture here, is really that he's quite good at managing the funds and the money for the ISKI, I can tell you, and it's a real pleasure to work with him. And this is basically something I have enjoyed over the years so much. And after Bob, of course, we had Peter McFarlane, who came as the president, and I learned a lot also with Peter. Peter is very sharp. I had the chance to travel with him in different cities during the AHA meeting. It was always a great pleasure. And I want to thank both Bob and Peter for being here during these past couple of months and even year, I would say, for the organization of this virtual session. As I said, it was already a new adventure for me to be basically leading the organization. I received so much actually support, information, and I still today need their support for going forward. I came in at a time where everybody understand it was quite uncertain of what was going to happen, and really the virtual conference has created a lot of different feeling and a lot of different experiences. And what I did, because as you may know, you can go today on the website and you can review the videos. You can just go there, you click on the session, and if there's something you have missed, you can actually go back and view the video, the presentation, and leave again, I would say, the experience. It works actually pretty well. So well that actually yesterday I decided to extract a couple of version or couple of outtakes of this session, just to illustrate one thing, which is really how our speakers were actually patient. They were perseverant, and they were so committed to make sure that everything works well. So I'm going to play this now for a few minutes.
Right. Hi, everybody.
Everyone, and welcome to.
So you see my slides okay and hear me okay, right? And you can see. You? Hello, everyone. I hope you can hear me.
Just yeah, Peter, that's all good. It's all good. We can hear you. Don't do anything. And I'm just broadcasting you now, Peter. So
Yeah, I can't see the whole of my slides. I can only see the bottom half. Can you hear me talk? Can you hear me talking?
take a deep breath.
Hello, everybody.
Sure, Leland, thank you very much. And it's great to not see everyone again, I suppose. It's not right to say I see you all because I can't see anyone all on that slide.
Absolutely. So next year we want to meet. We don't want simply to see you, everyone. We really want to meet. And we want to make sure that we have our experience of DSKI coming back. We are very hopeful that next year we'll be able really to meet as we did for many, many years. It seems that on our side of the world, it's getting better. Vaccination is going forward. So we are really pushing for next year in 2022 for the 46th ISKI annual conference to be not remote, but to be face-to-face. The chair of the conference will be Professor Raymond Bond, and the co-chair, Professor Salah Al-Zaiti. So I'm very excited to announce that they'll be the leaders on this conference. And again, what we believe is that we will actually be in one of these three places. So we don't have the place decided already. And this is really due, again, to the COVID pandemic. Really what happened, as you all know, the pandemic has been perturbing a lot of industries, and especially the industry of hotel and lodging. For example, Hilton has reported $700 million loss last year. And really this creates some perturbation also for us, since the bids that we received until now for the new conference are completely outpriced. So the prices of the rooms are 50% increase in comparison from the past year. So Graham and Oaks are negotiating hard with all these places. So again, one of the three will be the places next year. We are just working on making sure that we are selecting the most beautiful but also cost-effective options for us. So there is, as you can see, the Cliff House in Maine, which is located in Cape Neddick. There is another one hotel, really beautiful, called the Biltmore Coral Gables, and it's very close to Miami. Actually, it's very close to the South Beach. And a third one also that is a pretty charming place called the Williamsburg Inn, which is a colonial type of building that is in Williamsburg, Virginia. So we are working hard to make sure that we have this location signed with very, very soon, and you'll be obviously the first one to know about that. I would like now to give the lead to Raymond Bond, who is going to give us a little bit more information about the upcoming meeting next year. Raymond?
Hi, everybody.
Please go ahead, Raymond.
That's the first time I've done that this year. So really looking forward to ISKI next year. As you know, it will be on the East Coast. It's undecided which hotel or which location just yet, but it will be on the East Coast. It will either be in the week or the date around the 7th of April or the 21st of April. So it'll be one of those dates. And I'm very excited to work with Sala as well. Sala from the University of Pittsburgh, you know him very well, and Sala will be taking a clinical medical perspective, and I will be bringing a computing engineering perspective to the conference. Sala will be running the tutorial as per usual, as expected. And however, I would say that in 2023, it will be in Tucson, is my understanding. So we do have a location, and we have a very good deal, I should say, with Tucson. So I think it's more or less confirmed that it will be in Tucson in 2023. But we will announce the location as soon as we can for next year. And we really do hope to be face-to-face because I don't want to balance parenting again with a conference. Right now, I'm trying to speak softly because I've just put the children to bed. And so I don't want to be worrying about that next year. And yes, of course, we're happy to take any new ideas for sessions, any emerging ideas. Of course, I will bring my own interests as well. As you know, the tutorial this year was on machine learning and AI. And yes, but we're happy to take ideas from other people. And I believe I will be meeting Sala on Monday coming to talk about next year. And the board is meeting later in the month where we will also discuss the conference next year as well. So that's probably everything from me, JP, if that's okay.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for this information. So I would like to thank everyone now. And again, also, I didn't put enough emphasis on you attendees who really register and came to this ISKI new format of ISKI. Again, I think we've done a good event. The program was very, very interesting. The conference was going pretty smoothly. We have obviously some technical issues that were popping out from time to time, but altogether we got an amazing scientific message and content, I would say, during these few days. And again, I'd like to thank you all for joining this virtual version, and I'm crossing fingers so that next year we will all be together and continue the normal format of the ISKI conference. Thank you, everyone. And I'll say to you, see you next year, meet you next year. Bye-bye.
JP, can you take down the screen share, please?
losers, chain smokers and boozers. Got yuppies, got bikers, we got thirsty hitchhikers, and the girls next door dress up like movie stars. I love this bar. Got cowboys, got truckers, broken-hearted fools and suckers. We got fighters, early birds, and talk about their battle scars. This bar, I love this bar. They in through Dixon. Oh, coming. We got high tech, blue-collar boys, rednecks. We got lovers, lots of hookers, dancing hookers, and we like to drink our beer from a mason jar.